Now at 5 o'clock on WKYT this morning, a fire at the Herald Leader building damaged one of the newspaper's printing presses. We're live with details on that fire.
Plus, we're following a traffic alert in Lexington. Some changes in store for part of South Broadway this week. We're preparing you for your morning commute.
And wildfires rage on in parts of the western United States. We're taking a closer look at the damage ahead on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome into you. Hope your Monday's off to a fabulous start. I'm Rebecca Smith.
And I'm Sean Moody. Bill Bryant's got the morning off. Happy first day of summer to everybody.
I can't believe it is only the first day of summer. It feels like it's been summer forever, doesn't it?
It does, and it sounds like it's going to keep feeling that way. Micah Harris is standing by. Micah, how's it looking right now?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to feel that later on this afternoon, right around 90 degrees. So it's actually going to be warmer today than this past weekend. This past week it was actually pretty nice. Not bad. The humidity, you felt it there yesterday on Father's Day, slowly but surely creep on in, and you'll really feel it today later on this afternoon. Defender Radar Network, nothing showing up. Hey, if you're to the north, it's not a good feeling. Humid conditions. If you're to the south, it's a pretty nice start to the day, right around 60 degrees. Small chance of rain later on this afternoon at 90. It's about the temperatures today, but the next few days, the focus of the forecast, it's about that stormy pattern to start off your first week of summer. I'm going to show you when the storms move on in, what we can expect out of that, maybe a few isolated severe cells. That's coming up.
Well, you may not want to get your morning copy of the Herald Leader on time this morning. Well, that's what's going to happen, apparently.
Yeah, press at the newspaper's building here in Lexington caught fire last night. WKYT's Mark Barber is live with the details. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Sean. Firefighters were able to keep the fire from spreading past the printing press where it started, but the damage is already done. The morning edition of the newspaper that would be available right now has been delayed. Now, this fire started inside one of the printing presses here at the building on Midland Avenue around 9 o'clock last night. The building was evacuated, and fortunately, none of the employees were hurt. While firefighters put out the flames in just 10 minutes, it took another 2 hours to clear the building of smoke.
It was confined to one press, one of the big presses, and there's multiple presses on the second floor, so I think they were able to disconnect that one and work off the other presses.
As fire crews worked on the fire, news crews worked from the parking lot, proofreading articles from their cell phones. The Herald Leader is still trying to print that paper this morning. They say at this time, though, they are just not sure when it will be available. This morning, firefighters are also still trying to figure out just how this fire started. That's the latest here from downtown Lexington. I'm Mark Barber, WKYT.
What a mess. Thanks so much, Mark. Investigators in Boyle County are trying to figure out what caused a house to catch fire. This started yesterday morning on Beach Street in Danville. Firefighters were on scene for several hours. Everyone inside was able to get out safely. No one was hurt, but crews say the home is destroyed.
Also in central Kentucky, investigators think they now know what started a large fire at a restaurant. Firefighters say a lit cigarette thrown into a bed of dry mulch started the fire that destroyed a McDonald's in Elizabethtown. No customers or employees were injured. They said the same thing happened recently at an assisted living center. They're warning people that putting mulch beside walls creates a potentially dangerous situation. We've got a traffic alert here in Lexington to pass along to you this morning if you're heading out soon to get to work. Some changes are in store this week for part of South Broadway. Starting today, the inbound lanes of South Broadway between South Broadway Park and Angliana will be closed. Crews will be working on the sewers there, so they're diverting traffic over to the center lane. That work is expected to last between 2 and 5 days.
Well, a man accused of kidnapping a child in Knox County is due in court this morning. Police say the 11-year-old girl is mentally challenged. Family members say the girl got out of their home last week. They say Donald Rice was waiting for her. Police then say he convinced the girl to get into his truck. Neighbors who saw Rice's truck helped police track him down after. Police say the girl was not injured. Family members say they do not know what Rice was planning to do when he picked up that child. Rice is now charged with the kidnapping of a minor. He'll be arraigned in a Knox County court this morning.
In Pike County, state police are looking for two men who they say tried to steal money from a coin machine. Troopers released these surveillance videos of the men. They say the two tried to steal coins from a machine at Pirates Cove Car Wash. The coin machines were actually empty. Troopers say the men caused $1,500 worth of damage, though. Lexington police have arrested a man accused of robbing a Radio Shack with a pretty unusual weapon. They say 31-year-old Sean Pittman walked into the Radio Shack on New Circle Road swinging a sock full of rocks. Police say Pittman got away with some cash and more than $10,000 in electronics. They later caught him in the Lexmark parking lot. They said he was pushing those electronics in a Walmart shopping cart. Pittman is charged with robbery.
Well, police in London are trying to get community leaders to help them keep neighborhoods safe. They want to expand their neighborhood watch program. Police say the program consists of neighbors who meet with them and discuss ways to keep homes safe. The program encourages neighbors to get to know one another.
There's been a study where like 96% of neighbors actually feel safer when they get to know who's living beside them. You know, today no one really knows who their neighbors are.
The police department already has 5 neighborhood groups that meet monthly.
Wildfires continue to rage on in parts of California, New Mexico, and Arizona this morning. They've been fueled by a deadly heat wave there.
Well, Hannah Daniels has the latest.
The intense heat is complicating efforts to tackle several wildfires raging in the west. Dozens of residents near San Diego were ordered to evacuate Sunday when triple-digit temperatures ignited a brush fire in a desert community.
I went in, got the old lady, got her to get the dogs out, and I went back in, looked out the back door, and there was a wall of flame.
In Santa Barbara County, air crews have been working around the clock to contain the so-called Sherpa fire, now in its 6th day. Their efforts are being hampered by steep terrain and high winds.
If we had a week without wind, we'd be great. Unfortunately, that's not predicted.
Over the weekend, temperatures topped 118 degrees in Arizona, creating dangerous conditions for people spending time outdoors.
Got water, get a nice little sun. Shouldn't be too many people out there, so we'll go until I feel tired, and if I feel a little lethargic, I'll turn around and come back down.
Rescue crews were sent to help 7 hikers near Tucson Sunday. 2 of them died, believed to be from heat-related illnesses. 1 is still missing. And the crushing heat is expected to get even worse. Forecasters say highs in Phoenix could hit 120 degrees today. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
Pretty hot. The Cedar Fire in Arizona has burned more than 12,000 acres. Another fire in New Mexico has consumed more than 17,000 acres. Well, turning now to some lighter news this morning, a Laurel County animal shelter asking for help caring for 9 abandoned puppies.
And shelter leaders rescued the 4-week-old pups Thursday. There you see them having a little bit of fun with some kids. Employees at a water company found them at a ditch. Those at the shelter don't know exactly how long the puppies were abandoned, but now you can see they're playful and healthy. A group called Friends of Laurel County Animal Shelter uses their personal time and resources to help rescue unwanted pets.
Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to be a voice for these animals. They don't have a voice and they can't speak for themselves, so somebody has to do it. And if not me, who?
Friends of Laurel County Animal Shelter say they're searching for new volunteers and donations to help out with some of the cost of those animals. You can find more information on our website, WKYT.com. Pretty cute pups there.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Yep. 5:08 now on your Monday morning, and we are just getting started here.
What if you could set down the can of bug spray and turn on your television instead? We'll take a look at LG's newest TV ahead on WKYT this morning.
It's 6:34 later on this afternoon. We actually hit the first day of summer, finally getting into summer. First full days tomorrow, that's when storms arrive. And we'll get into that coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Hope everybody had a great Father's Day. Yesterday it was actually pretty nice. The day before, Saturday, was even nicer. But I will say this, yesterday I started to feel that humidity slowly but surely increase into the region. And you'll feel it this morning, kind of depending on where you are. If you're to the north, yeah, you'll definitely feel that. But down south, it actually feels quite nice. Looks-wise, everybody looking good early this morning before you step out the door. We're at 70 degrees right now in Mount Sterling. It goes for Winchester, my friends in Clark County, go off into Bourbon County, and also Cynthiana and Harrison County. Not looking bad, but yeah, that humid feel outside is what you're going to be going through as you step out the door. Now down south, check this out. Middlesboro 59, Harlan 59. That's a nice start to the day. Somerset, Pulaski County coming in at 61 degrees. And that goes for Eubanks, Stearns. Go just south of that into Whitley City. All looks well down south. By the afternoon, we're at 90 degrees. Now, the deal here is is 90 degrees, yes. And remember, it's the first day of summer. At 6:34, it actually officially rolls into summer. It's not the first full day. Full day actually comes tomorrow, but it's going to feel like it. 90 degrees, yes, that's well above average. Temperatures there in the 90-degree reading. Not only that, but a couple of rumbles of thunder are possible. Now, it's not for everybody. This is a small chance of rain today. It takes you off into the night with a very slight chance of rain later on tonight. Just can't rule out a rumble of thunder. But look at your rain chances. They're not great anywhere you look. But I have sectioned out an area where I do expect a better opportunity, and even that better opportunity is 30%. So let's go through it, okay? Anywhere from Maysville to, say, the Bluegrass here in Lexington, down the BG Parkway, and northbound. That's your best opportunity to actually see a couple of rumbles of thunder. And the best opportunity is still 30%. Now, you go outside of that region, you're still talking about 10%. I just can't rule it out. But for the most part, it's about the temperatures today, not so much the thunderstorms. Tomorrow, that's a different story. Let's look at the breakdown for tomorrow. The slight risk, as of right now, go down 64 and work your way down 75. That's the area that we're looking for down toward the southeast. The best chance at strong to severe storms. However, everybody still has that chance, okay? So that's the key word, however, because everybody still has the chance. It's not only rumbles of thunder. Most people will actually get thunderstorms, but also the possibility of isolated severe storms. We'll see if this changes, because a lot of times it does as we go throughout the next 24 hours. We'll see how that actually materializes from the Storm Prediction Center. Your 7-day forecast, it's not only for tomorrow, but also Wednesday too. Tuesday, Wednesday, and there is the potential for Thursday. I'm not sold on it just yet, but we'll need to be watching that next couple of days. But Tuesday and Wednesday are better opportunities for strong, potentially severe storms. Damaging winds will be the main player out of these as they roll on through, but not only that, very heavy rain. Now, the past, I would say, week or so, many of us have not seen rain. My yard is brown, right? And it's very dry, but some of us to the north have picked up tremendous amounts of rain. So it has depended on where you've been the past week or so, but virtually all of us will get some heavy rain the next few days.
Well, if it's not severe, I mean, those summer thunderstorms, they're pretty nice.
They're pretty nice, yeah. They'll actually cool you off in the afternoon, so some of us will actually take them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sit on the porch and watch that.
That's right.
Thanks, Mike.
You bet.
2 new movies open in theaters on Friday. One smashed a nearly decade-old box office record.
Rick Damigella has the countdown.
Warcraft retreated 3 spots this week, but fought its way to stay in the top 5 with $6.5 million. Now You See Me 2 slipped 1 spot to 4th with $9.7 million, while The Conjuring 2 fell out of 1st to 3rd with $15.6 million.
Stop! I need to know what is happening right now.
Central Intelligence exceeded pundits' predictions, opening with a solid $34.5 million.
I remember my family! They're out there somewhere. I have to find them.
Finding Dory just kept swimming all the way to #1 this weekend with a record-breaking $136.2 million opening. This marks a new record for biggest domestic opening for an animated film and the biggest global opening for a Pixar film. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Good options there. You know that Finding Dory is going to make a couple of bucks.
You know, it is. I've never really seen Finding Nemo,
Yeah?
but I'm going to have to brush up on my,
For sure. Well, yeah, you got some
movies.
homework to do now. 5:16 now on your Monday morning.
We've got to look at your money. Stick around with us.
The iPhone 6 and 6 Plus have been banned for sale in parts of China. And what if your television could repel mosquitoes? I'm Edward Lawrence in New York. Those stories and more coming up in your Money Watch report.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. Coming up on 5:20 on your Monday. Bad news for Apple fans in China. Part of the country has banned sales of the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus.
And what if you could drop the bug spray, turn on your television instead? Edward Lawrence has the latest on your money.
The new iPhone 6 and 6 Plus has been banned in Beijing. Regulators say the design is too similar to an existing Chinese phone. An Apple spokesman says the company is appealing the ruling and all Apple products are on sale in China while awaiting a final decision. The markets closed down on Friday. The Dow lost 57 points. The Nasdaq slid 44. Father's Day spending this year was expected to reach an all-time high. The National Retail Federation estimates consumers spent about $126 per dad for the holiday, up about 8%. Total spending should reach about $14 billion this year, still below the Mother's Day total. In India, LG will start selling mosquito-repelling televisions. The technology uses ultrasonic waves humans can't hear to keep the insects away. It also works when the TV is off. LG says the technology helps protect against mosquito-borne diseases. That's your Money Watch. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, I'm Edward Lawrence.
So you could watch WKYT this morning and repel mosquitoes at the same time.
You know, it's pretty important, I'd say.
Yeah, win-win.
Bug spray.
It's 5:21 now on your Monday morning. There's still a lot more to come this morning.
Sports is up next.
The Cats get a quarterback, the NBA title, and a U.S. Open title on the line. It's all next in sports.
It's 71 degrees right now in Frankfurt. Now we get down south and that's a different story. 63 in London. It's 59 right now in Bale County. And so it kind of depends on where you are. Central northern zones doesn't feel all that great. Down south, actually it's a nice start when you walk out the door. So we'll call it humid though for many of us. We drop off into the afternoon and we're at 90 degrees. It's going to be very warm today. It's about the temperatures today. There is a small chance at a couple of rumbles of thunder. And then we hit the afternoon hours and into tomorrow. That's when a front gets a little bit closer and those storms will be our focus the next couple of days. Let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Good morning, everybody. NBA title on the line last night in Oakland. The Cavs and the Warriors in Game 7. Golden State led by 7 at halftime, but the Cavs come on in the third. Kyrie Irving on the drive, basket and the foul. Cleveland went up by 6. Right at the end of the third, the Warriors retake the lead. Andre Iguodala down low inside, maneuvers. Golden State by 1. Fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go. Steph Curry pulls the trigger and hits. Game tied at 83. Now, less than 2 minutes to go in the game tied. LeBron James comes up with a tremendous block. He denies Iguodala. Still tied, 56 seconds left. Kyrie Irving drains the three for Cleveland, 92-89. And from there, LeBron put it away with a free throw. The final 93-89. LeBron with a triple-double last night. He had 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. Kentucky has a commitment for the class of 2018. Jaron Williams, a quarterback out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Williams announcing on his Twitter account Sunday, officially committed to the University of Kentucky. Glad to be a part of the Wildcat family. #GoCats. Williams goes 6'3", 205. He is described by rivals as a dual-threat quarterback, but because he still has 2 years of high school remaining, he is not yet rated by any of the recruiting services. Final round of the U.S. Open, Irishman Shane Lowry held a 4-shot lead with 18 holes to go. It did not last. A chip here at 8 almost goes in, but he played the front 9 in 3 over par and then bogeyed 10. The lead disappeared. Dustin Johnson took advantage. The birdie putt at 9. He was tied for the lead at this point. Now there was controversy because on the 5th green, Johnson addressed his ball and it moved. And at number 12, the USGA informed him that the situation would be reviewed at the end of the round. He could face a 1-shot penalty. Play continued. Sergio Garcia had a chance. The birdie at 13. He was only 2 off the lead. But Johnson, who had been so close before, was not to be denied yesterday. He hits a laser into the 18th green to finish up with a birdie. The penalty was assessed. It made no difference. Final round 69 and the U.S. Open Championship. First major title for Dustin Johnson. Here's how they finished up. Lowry, Jim Furyk, and Scott Piercy in a 3-way tie for second. They were 3 shots back. And that's sports. Have a great day.